So 2017 is almost over, and personally, it wasn't my favorite year. I had some stuff that happened this year that, weren't great. And, just in the history of the universe, I just feel like 2017 won't be one of the greats. So, I thought, why not, as my last video of the year, do something that really makes me happy, which is sorting characters into Hogwarts houses. That's right, it's sorted, and this week it's going to be very different because we're not sorting one particular fandom that's not a part of the Harry Potter universe. We're sorting the Harry Potter universe. I know what you're saying. What the fudge, Liz? Most Harry Potter characters are already in Hogwarts houses. I know! But I don't care! I'm going to put on my J.K. Rowling hat and resort Harry Potter characters. Not saying that they don't belong in the houses in which they do, because J.K. Rowling is queen and she knows everything. But I thought it would be fun to do it a little differently this time. I'm not going to take a character and sort it into the house I think they should be sorted, because most of the characters are already sorted into Hogwarts houses, and I think those are the houses that they should belong. But what if they weren't in those houses? What if I were the actual sorting hat? Where would I put them if I couldn't put them in the houses that they already were in? Is that convoluted and confusing? Maybe so, but I'm gonna do it anyway. This is sorted Harry Potter? In case you didn't know how sorted works, I take 10 random characters from any given fandom or universe, in this case being Harry Potter, and sort them into Hogwarts houses. This is gonna be really weird. First character is Remus Lupin. The house Lupin is originally in is in Gryffindor, so therefore I'm excluding Gryffindor from the table. So for Lupin, let's look at him. We know that he's a Gryffindor, so we know that he's brave and loyal. He's very smart. He is not very rash, especially for a Gryffindor. He does tend to be a little bit more thoughtful, and so I think I'm going to be resorting Lupin into Ravenclaw. Next is Ron Weasley. As we all know, every Weasley basically is a Gryffindor, and I'm not disputing that. He is brave, he is stalwart, he's stubborn. True blue Gryffindor. However, I think there's another house that he could definitely go in. We know he loves food, and what other house loves food? He may not be the most loyal, but he's always there in a pinch, and he will protect his friends no matter what. I'm going to resort Ron into Hufflepuff. Next is Neville Longbottom. Now, in case you didn't know, if you weren't well versed in the Harry Potter lore, Harry Potter universe, there is a such thing called a hat stall. And a hat stall is when a kid sits down to be sorted at Hogwarts, and the hat has trouble deciding definitively what house to put them in. It's usually between two houses. For example, Harry Potter was a hat stall. The hat had a hard time choosing between Gryffindor and Slytherin, and the hat stall let Harry kind of choose, because Harry said not Slytherin, not Slytherin, and the hat said, well, okay, you're going into Gryffindor. I believe Neville was also a hat stall. We know that he's in Gryffindor, and by Journey's End, I stand by that hat's decision, because Neville is loyal, brave, and just adorable, and I love him. Even though those aren't, exclusive Gryffindor traits, I'm just saying that I love Neville Longbottom. Loyalty is not a exclusive trait to Gryffindor. It also belongs to Hufflepuff. Hufflepuffs are known for their loyalty, for their fairness, for their good-naturedness, and Neville has that in spades. And when I said he was a hat stall, I believe the hat was going in between Gryffindor and Hufflepuff. So who am I to refute the queen and say, well, if I can't put him in Gryffindor, might as well put Neville Longbottom into Hufflepuff. Next is Draco Malfoy. Draco is kind of difficult because he's such a Slytherin. Like, there's, you know, it's really hard to put him anywhere else. Gryffindor is very similar to Slytherin. A lot of the people in those houses share a lot of personality traits. Gryffindors are prideful, just as Slytherins are prideful. So I'm going to be putting Draco into Gryffindor. Next is Lord Voldemort. Voldemort is such a Slytherin. Like, I thought Draco was the definition of a Slytherin, but, you know, Voldemort's the actual heir of Slytherin, so this one's gonna be tough. Tom Riddle, the man that would become Voldemort, was very smart. He was one of the top people in his class. He was a favorite of a lot of his teachers. He did well. He was very smart. And Voldemort is smart, even though he lets pride sometimes get in the way. I'm going to be resorting Lord Voldemort, aka Tom Riddle, into Ravenclaw. Next is Harry Potter. Like I said earlier, Harry Potter was a hat stall, which means the hat had a hard time choosing between Gryffindor and Slytherin. And like I said with Neville, who am I to defy the lore of Harry Potter? So I'm going to be resorting Harry into Slytherin. Next is Ginny Weasley. Ginny is a Gryffindor. She's also extremely loyal, very hardworking. That said, I'm going to be resorting Ginny Weasley into Hufflepuff. Next is Hermione Granger. She was also, I believe, a hat stall. The hat couldn't choose between Ravenclaw and Gryffindor. It ultimately chose Gryffindor, but I'm resorting Hermione into Ravenclaw. Next is Luna Lovegood. Luna is a Ravenclaw, and she's amazing. I think there's only one house she could be in other than Ravenclaw. The only other trait that Luna really exhibits that I think could really fit in another house is loyalty. She is loyal to her friends no matter what. She has never thought of betraying them. She will always protect them, always be by their side, and always be there for them. So for those reasons, I'm going to be resorting Luna Lovegood into Hufflepuff. Lastly, we have my personal favorite character, Albus Dumbledore. Dumbledore is a Gryffindor. He's also the hardest for me to resort because I think he could fit into all of the houses. He's a very complex, complicated character. Pre-Deathly Hallows, I would have said Ravenclaw. Post-Deathly Hallows, I'm not so sure. Because Deathly Hallows revealed a more sinister, more human, more flawed side of Dumbledore. He can be very manipulative, and we see that in Deathly Hallows. He did kind of lead Harry to be a pig for slaughter. He even says this in Deathly Hallows. Therefore, I'm going to be resorting Albus Dumbledore into Slytherin. Well, there you have it, guys. This was the weirdest episode of Sorted yet. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's an interesting concept that I just did, and I don't know if I'll ever do it again. Who knows? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know where you would resort the Harry Potter characters. I think it was actually kind of fun. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram, and all those things, which will be in the description below. And I will see you guys next week and next year with a brand new video. Bye! Happy New Year! Mwah.